So Dave, welcome to Glasgow Warriors.
Thank you.
It's a year to the day on Saturday since we announced that you'd be joining us as head coach. How does it feel to finally be here?
It's come around quick, to be honest. It seemed like a long time to prepare, and obviously had another Chiefs season to go, and so it's been full on. Obviously had Chiefs commitments, but it's been a lot of Skypes and conferences. I've been over here 3 times in amongst bye weeks and so on, and the coaches came down to Cape Town when I was in South Africa and so on. So yeah, it's been a lot of planning. Been far from ideal, but you know, we've done what we could do.
So you've had a lot of contact with the coaches and the players during pre-season?
Yeah, and so we've even had a few Skypes talking to the whole team, which has probably been a bit awkward. But I like, with Phil Healy also coming with me from the Chiefs as head trainer. He's done a fantastic job, and worked in with George and Chico here, and so our boys are in good nick, and really looking forward to the season. What
attracted you to Glasgow Warriors?
It's a few things. Gregor came and spent a little bit of time with us at the Chiefs, and it might have been 2012, spent a couple of weeks with us and got to know him pretty well, and so I've taken a bit of an interest in Glasgow since, and sort of sent him a message when they won the Pro 12, and I was looking for a new challenge as well. I've been with the Chiefs for 6 years. I did Manawatu for 6 years prior to that, and so I've often talked about going overseas and coaching, and so I started thinking about opportunities, and when Glasgow's the opportunity popped up, I was really excited by it. I've obviously got a bit of Scottish ancestry, and so it was a really good fit. It's a good club, good people, and aspirational, so I think we've got a good squad here, and my first 2 days it's been full on, but it's been exciting.
Was the culture of the club a big part of the decision for you?
Oh, absolutely. People are everything, I think, and so there's good people within the organisation. Really impressed by the players' attitude, prepared to work hard, and I'll be honest, it's very aligned to the Chiefs. We often talk about hard-working good buggers, and it certainly fits the description here.
You've only been here for a few days, but how are you settling in so far?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, there's a few things to get done, obviously, but again, lucky the coaches who have been here have done a fantastic job. So we're going to put a lot of young kids out in the field against Northampton this week, and with a lot of our Scottish international boys still technically on leave, and they're back training, but we'll filter them in over the next few weeks, and come round 1 against Connacht, we'll still be missing a handful, but there's a few long-term injuries, but it's exciting. Some of these young fellas are going to get a crack early, and we're going to learn a bit about them.
Is it good to have that game so soon after you've arrived?
Oh, well, it's great from my point of view, because you get to see these guys under pressure. There's nothing like playing, and Northampton smashed Dragons last week, so they're going to put a pretty good side on the field, and as I mentioned, we're going to learn a lot about some good young kids. So I'm excited that we're straight into it.
And talking about games, you must be looking forward to your first game here at Scotland in front of the supporters.
Yeah, it's I know it's a good crowd here. It's really intimate. I like that about the stadiums over here, and really good facilities. You have a G4 track, will sort of suit the type of style of footy that we want to play, and looking forward to immersing ourselves in the culture here and in the crowd.
And what can the supporters expect in terms of the way that you approach the game?
You can't just sort of grab the type of game that we'd play with the Chiefs and implant it here. It's Greg's done a fantastic job with these guys. There's a lot of experience within the group. They play a good brand of footy, and so we're pretty keen to build on that. We want to be certainly up front, be respected as a ruthless pack, and so we want to bring a physical element to the game, but still want to be able to play an up-tempo type of match. And as I mentioned, we have a good surface here when we play at home, but you've also got to play the conditions, and we're going to start the season off with pretty good weather, and she gets a bit bleak in the middle of it, and you come out the other end and you're playing in the summer again, so we've got to adjust to that.
Excited about the number of young players at the club here that have been working so hard during pre-season?
Yeah, and some of the results have been phenomenal. Been really impressed. So they've now got to see what they can do from a rugby point of view with people trying to take their head off on game day. So, but yeah, look, we're really wrapped. There's a lot of good young kids within the region, and at home I know all the good kids coming through schools and that sort of thing, and I'm a little bit blind coming into this, so that's exciting for me. I've got a lot to learn. I'll learn a lot about how footy's played over here, and hopefully we can get the boys excited about playing a brand of footy that everyone will be proud of.
Is that something you'd be looking to do, is go to club games and watch some of the players playing sort of weekends?
Yeah, I think it's important. We've got a big squad here, and there's some challenges around international weekends where we could have as many as 18 players out. So you've got to have really good depth, and it'll mean that some of those guys are playing a bit of club footy when we're at full strength. And so really keen to watch them, give them a bit of feedback, and hopefully they put a bit of pressure on others for game time.
Are you happy with the squad that you've got going into the new season, or will you be looking to make any more additions?
We're a little bit thin on a couple of positions, mainly because of injury and so on. And fullback's probably the most notable one, with Stuart Hogg going to be out for a fair amount of time. And Tommy Seymour could potentially play there, but he's not back till about round 4 or 5. So, but looking on the whole, we've got a fair bit of flexibility within that group. It's great having a guy like Peter Horn who can play multiple positions, and there's a lot of good men, and they got themselves in good nicks. So we just got to keep working hard.
And of course, the Guinness Pro 14, which it is now, has been revamped this season with the addition of the 2 South African sides. How much are you looking forward to playing in that championship, of course, which now is across Northern and Southern hemispheres?
Yeah, I've been a lot to Africa. I think 8 times in the last 6 years. So I must have thought that stage of my coaching career was over, and clearly not. So we'll go to Bloemfontein this year, and in fact we were there about sort of 3 or 4 months ago. So it's going to be a bit different. I think the boys will find it a little bit different. Playing at altitude, when we play over there, it's going to be reasonably hot compared to conditions here, and but Phil, as I mentioned, our trainer, is very experienced in around all the preparation required to perform, and so how we travel and be honest, how you get your head around playing over there is important. We won't talk much about altitude. Our boys are going to be really fit, and what we've found with the Chiefs when we've gone there is that we've tended to run the opposition off their feet, and so I think if you're a fit side, you'll deal with the altitude.
And what will those 2 South African sides bring to the championship?
Yeah, they'll be pretty competitive. Both got big packs, and they know how to maul and suffocate you. They'll have good scrummaging sides, and then they've got electric wingers and so on. So both those teams will want to play. Probably when they haven't got the ball, has been their biggest challenge in Super Rugby, and they've yielded a lot of points. So the travel will be demanding for them. They're going to play 50% of the games outside of Africa. So that sort of travel schedule will be demanding, I'd say.
And just finally, now you're here, what are your aims for the season ahead?
Look, we've got high aspirations, as everyone does, and I think there's been a lot of hard work done. We've really tried to claw things right back to micro skills, and to then hopefully play the type of game that we're going to play. And it won't be perfect early in the comp, but the key to these sort of competitions is being at your best at the business end, and it's a hell of a lot of months away at this stage. So, yeah, look, we want to be right up there, and I think you just got to try and put yourself in a position where you can win it, and that means getting yourselves in the playoffs. And once you do that, you're sort of 3 80-minute performances away from winning a title. So that'll be the goal, but there's a hell of a lot of work to be done leading into that.